All right, says we're live. What's up, folks? Just gonna give it a minute and let the folks come on in. Finally got around to starting on time. Good stuff. Say what's up to my people in the chat, because that's what I do. One Raven, what's up? Ron Hagberg, what's going on? Rambo Jambo, what's good? Walter Williams, what's up? Anthony Dickinson, how you doing? Walter Williams, what's going on? All right. Tammy Tony, how you doing? All right. Okay. There was a lot going on this week, and yeah, that kind of pulled me back into this whole thing. All right. Love me right. What's going on? Charity A, what's happening? Adam Garinger, where I been? I've been where I've been at. I just haven't been online with it. That's all. Desmond Dim, what up? The father, the son, yo, cashed out. What's happening? George Washington was good. All right, Shogun the Don. Yeah, it's been a minute. True story. Matthew Stevenson, what's happening? All right, yo. So I sent a link to Vegan Warrior. Probably be around. We'll see what's up. Question everything. Big Dread in the house. What's good? Crystal Ford, what's going on? Al Money, what's good? What's good? Jerome Turner, Flat Power, for sure. DR Lion 809, what's happening? Spanky 4Q, Christina Miller, what's going on? Pure Oxide, what's happening? Flat Fact, what's going on? Australia in the house. FE Endgame, what's going on? What's going on? Miss Empress in here, regulating. What's happening, lady? Sarada, the Copper Fox. I like that. Kyrie Irving, what's happening, man? All right. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on out here. I'm telling you. Yeah. Said, surprised to see you. YouTube been deleting everyone's account. Yeah. I know. That stuff's been going on. We'll talk about that a little bit. My Shaw White Cloud, Gary Swink, Jerome Turner. What's good? Amanda Coy, David Ordonez, Suzette Clearman, how you doing? Sent a link to the article. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got him. All right. What up, Crad? Didn't want to mess up your name. Everything's love. Question everything. What's up? What's up? Darius Allen. What's happening? John Liv. What's going on? What's going on? Okay, let me go ahead and cut this thing down. All right, folks. So, Vegan Warriors in the house. What's going on, boss?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Big D, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, just out here, living, living my life,
Yeah, everything's good, man.
Yeah, man, handling business, doing the thing. But
you took a little break, right?
Yeah. I just been chilling, man. It's like a lot of this information comes out, man. It's like trying to drink from a fire hydrant or what's that? A fire hose, something like that.
you know, fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant. I'm like, no, that's not it. I'm saying, man, a fire hose. But it's crazy out here, man. I'm saying, trying to like get the information and then put it out so quickly. I'm like, it became overwhelming. Plus, there was some other things going on,
right?
Personal issues to deal with, and then. Still stuff to be worked on, but things are coming around. So,
right.
The energy was there. So, and there's a lot going on. So I was like, yeah, think I might go live and hit you up, see what's going on, man.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm down for whatever.
Right.
On my end, I've been doing a lot of live streaming, and we've been going in. Like my last couple live streams, I think I broke some record for live streams. I just live stream in 10 hours.
10 hours?
10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours with a full panel. It cut off at 8 like it traditionally do. But the brothers didn't want to stop talking, so we talked for another 2 hours after it got cut off. It's crazy.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was a great build, though.
I need to go check. I'll bet they unsubscribe me from your channel because I haven't been getting notifications for you.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot.
But yeah, see, I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's just been a lot going on. It's been a lot
Well,
going on. A lot of that.
well, you got a lot to catch up on because I've been doing nothing but live streaming for shoot for the last couple months.
See,
So
yeah, they must have unsubbed me from your channel, man. Because I was
yeah.
like, I ain't heard nothing from Vegan in a while, dude. You
Oh
know,
yeah. I
I was
never
about to hit
slowed
you up.
down.
Right, I'm saying, and I'm saying it like at first when I was about to go ahead and go on break and all that, I caught a couple notifications, and then like a few weeks ago, I hadn't heard anything from your channel in like weeks, so they probably unsubscribed me. I need to go check that out, so
Right.
I make a note. But yeah,
Yeah.
man,
It's all good.
I'm saying,
So what's going on in the flat Earth war? I've been talking about every damn thing but flat Earth.
yeah, look, I've been kind of out of the loop, but I've seen so many things come across my timeline today or this week. I was like, well, let me go ahead and get back in here and talk about some of this stuff because it's getting crazy out here.
Right.
First off, is this more of that space propaganda is coming out. There's a new movie with Brad Pitt coming out called Ad Astra, and let me see, let me get up on this real quick. Present to everyone on that, and yeah, so there's this movie by Brad Pitt that's coming out called Ad Astra, and it just seems like they're just doing as much as they can to keep people's minds engaged with this whole space fantasy. And they had to grab Brad Pitt. His dad, played by what was this guy? Let me look. What's the Tommy Lee Jones? He went out into space. He was working on a project. He had been missing for like 16 years. Brad Pitt's gonna save the world and all that. So they're like really, really pushing this stuff now, man. Um, I was gonna play the trailer, but I'm like, nah. So I'll just read on this. Ad Astra is an upcoming American science fiction film. I like science fiction. Directed by James Gray, who co-wrote the screenplay with Ethan Gross, however. The film stars Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones, Ruth Negga, Liv Tyler, Donald Sutherland, and follows an astronaut who must go out into space in search of his long lost father, whose experiment threatens the solar system. The project was announced in early 2016, with Gray saying he wanted to feature the most realistic depiction of space travel that's been put in a movie. Realistic depiction. Yeah, more realistic than the moon landings for sure. Pitt signed on to star in April 2017. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm saying I saw that coming out and I just rolled my eyes. And I mean, it's just getting out of control with what they got going on here. Like I said, I was going to play the trailer, but nah, I'm good on that. Mess around and get a copyright strike out here with all the extra stuff going on, the censorship and all
Yeah.
that.
So Brad Pitt been out the loop for a minute. So all of a sudden he's just gonna pop up with a feature film playing an astronaut, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing to do these days. You know, we got to keep that
Yeah.
thing alive. We got to keep this whole
Yeah.
story alive, man. And I don't know when the last. Yeah, you're right. Like what's the last movie he was in?
Yeah.
It's been a
I
while.
thought I thought he was retired. I haven't heard of Brad Pitt being in anything for a minute.
Right.
Uh, well, they got to keep their they got to we ain't won yet. They got to keep their job up. You know what I mean? They got to keep the lie moving. We just got to keep fighting too. You know,
Yeah.
exposing the lie.
Yeah. True
The
story.
movies is all about programming.
Absolutely. And I'm saying I had some guy heckling me on Instagram yesterday saying, well, you must be pretty dense because I figured out gravity around the same time I learned how to walk. I'm like, okay, around the same time you learned how to walk, you were still a baby and you didn't really figure out gravity. That's what they taught you. Okay. And they had to teach you gravity and the whole globe model at that age because if they would have brought it to you while you were a rational thinking adult, you wouldn't have believed it. So they had to tell you about that around the same time you were learning how to walk. And I mean, people just keep missing that part.
Yeah, it's all about blind faith. I mean, I mean, people don't want to go back to the drawing board and challenge the things that they believe, and that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Um, Let me see. What was the next thing I wanted? Look. I wanted to get into this. This is a big deal. Stop, and I'll be back. Hello,
Yeah,
can
my
you hear
bad.
me? Are we still there?
Yeah,
Did they cut me out
I'm
again?
here.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
Yeah, it's saying my network connection is experiencing difficulties. I'm like, man, when I get to doing the whole screen sharing thing, that always happens. So let me try this again. Here's what I wanted to go over, and they're saying that okay, we got audio, we're good, we're good. So I was about to hit on this censorship thing. This is a big aspect right here. Screen sharing failed to start. No session to start screencast with. Am I still even on?
On this end, it says you're live, so
Okay, yeah, it's saying I'm live, but it's saying, man, hold up. It's saying, okay, it's saying screen sharing failed to start. No session to start screen sharing. So it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me screen share right now. That's literally what it's saying right now. I hit the screen sharing button, and it is literally saying screen sharing failed to start. No session to start screen sharing. So I'm cut off right there. Boom, there it is. All right, folks. Show's over.
well,
I can't screen share it. You know what I'm saying? God dang, that's crazy.
tell us what you're gonna do, and then maybe it'll come back up.
Well, I was gonna pull up the this link to a story. All right, so there's a story that I got a link to on TheVerge.com, and the title of it is "YouTube just bans supremacist content, and thousands of channels are about to be removed." That's the title of it. And this came out on the 5th. Um, so the story reads, YouTube is changing its community guidelines to ban videos promoting the superiority of any group as a justification for discrimination against others based on their age, gender, race, caste, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status, the company said today. The move, which will result in the removal of all videos promoting Nazism and other discriminatory ideologies, is expected to result in the removal of thousands of channels across YouTube. Okay. The openness of YouTube's platform has helped creativity and access to information thrive, the company said in a blog post. Quote, it's our responsibility to protect that and prevent our platform from being used to incite hatred, harassment, discrimination, and violence. End quote. The changes announced on Wednesday attempt to improve its content moderation in three ways. First, the ban of supremacist content will remove Nazis and other extremists who advocate for segregation or exclusion based on age, gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status. In addition to those categories, YouTube is adding caste, which is significant, which has significant implications in India, and well-documented violent events such as Sandy Hook elementary school shooting in 9/11. Users are no longer allowed to post videos saying those events did not happen. That means you need to watch out because you've done some stuff on 9/11 and Sandy Hook, I believe. So we're all pretty much done, man. With just that.
And I will fight them to the ends of time. They
Absolutely.
take a channel down, I'm coming back with another one. They take it down, I'm coming back with another one. They're gonna get pissed at me.
Yeah. And I'll keep promoting your new channel like I do. Every time your channel goes down, I'm like, hey, what's the link? Let me let everybody know where to go. Let me see. The second thing, YouTube said it would expand efforts announced in January. See, that's what we were all reporting on, that to reduce the spread of what it calls borderline content and harmful misinformation. The policy, which applies to videos that flirt with violating the community guidelines but ultimately fall short, aims to limit the promotion of those videos through recommendations. YouTube said the policy, which affects videos including flat earthers and peddlers of phony miracle cures, had already decreased the number of views that borderline videos received by 50%. That's a fact. In the future, the company said it will recommend videos from more authoritative sources like top news channels in its next watch panel. That's also a fact, because I mean, there's points where I'll be watching a video or listening to something, and out of nowhere, the next video that pops up is like Fox News, and I'm like, I wasn't even trying to tune in anything that was related
What
to
where
Fox News.
what you're reading is coming from where? Where are you getting this source from?
This is on The Verge, TheVerge.com. It was a
Uh-huh.
link that was sent to me. This is a story that was put out there. I'll let me
Okay.
see. I'll see if I
But
can.
where did they get that content from?
Um.
Where did they get that info from?
Oh no. This is Let me see. Let me see. Well, this is Let me see. What's the source on this one? Well, that was from The Verge. That's what the Let me see. That's what the company said in a blog post. I'm just clicking the link. Yeah, this is the official blog from YouTube.
Oh,
So you want
really?
me? Yeah, you want me to
Really?
read
Oh, no, no,
YouTube's
no.
official blog?
I just wanted to know if they got their information directly from YouTube. They got it
Oh,
directly from YouTube.
oh yeah. If I could, I'm saying if I could screen share, I would show you. I would read the official blog from YouTube because they got the
So
link in that.
they actually mentioned flat Earth.
Yeah, and I'm saying, and this is in
Wow.
addition to what they said back in January. Yeah, at the
Yeah.
end of January, they put that one post up saying that they were gonna, start to outlaw borderline content, and yeah, they said, yeah, they specifically mentioned flat earthers.
And this is also what they said they were going to do when they went before Congress. They told
Yeah,
Congress they were going to do exactly what you're saying.
yep, absolutely. That's exactly what
Wow.
they did. That's exactly what they said, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Well,
That's exactly what they've been doing.
now if we were smart, it's time to unite. This should be the thing that unites all flat earthers, all conspiracy theorists, everybody. We all should come together for this one particular cause. And that cause would be to challenge this ruling and go against whatever they say we can't do.
Yeah, I mean, because this is like, I don't know how flat Earth is a threat. You know, because I mean, look, you let the public tell it. I mean, we're just a bunch of crazy people. We're detached from reality. We didn't get enough education growing up. We must have fell on our heads. We need to go back to the indoctrination camps and all that. So, you know, why is flat Earth so threatening all of a sudden to the point to where
This
they
will
have to?
define that it's good that YouTube is doing this. They're going to have to they're forcing our hand to either unite or shut up.
Yeah,
That's the bottom line. Either we're going to all come together and squash our little beefs and our disagreements and turn our attention on the tyrannical system. And if we don't turn our attention on the tyrannical system, flat earth, and all these independent thinking topics that we address will go away. It's that simple.
yeah, absolutely. Like anything outside of the mainstream, they are squashing it, and it's happening one video at a time, one channel at a time. We saw. Look, we should speak up anytime. Anytime somebody's channel gets shut down, anytime anybody because this, I mean, what's the point of a First Amendment if we're not unable to express our opinions? And who's to define what's a threat and what's harmful, what's misinformation and what's not, especially if we're just out here making observations. I mean, you can have a video, title it Flat Earth, and just zoom your camera across to a point to see, some things that shouldn't be visible. because of the Earth's curvature, and you don't actually have to say a word in the video. That's not misinformation. That's just an observation. Hey, look, there's some buildings over there. According to the spherical trig, I shouldn't be able to see those from over there. From where I'm at to where they are, shouldn't be able to see them. I'm just saying, in the video.
Well,
That's not misinformation.
right. That's one aspect of it. But what they're really saying is they're about to eliminate anything with the improper keywords. So
Yeah,
if you put any keywords that say flat Earth, that's instantly going to flag your video. So those who go onto YouTube looking for flat Earth are not going to be able to find it if it's not, if they're taking out the algorithm where you can actually filter and look for content that you're interested in reference to flat Earth and some of these other conspiracies. So if you type in Sandy Hook, or if you put a keyword on your video like Sandy Hook or the Masonic Order or whatever the case is, they're instantly going to flag your channel and flag your video.
yeah,
And either, I guess the go around on this is don't use those type of keywords, but then it's going to make it harder for people to find.
exactly.
Because I kind of already started that anyway. A lot of I've taken flat Earth out of many of my videos. Like every video I got has keywords that say flat. Even the videos that don't specifically, because I always talk about flat Earth, but the videos that are not focused on flat Earth, I still put flat Earth for my keywords. If they're going to attack and censor the keywords, that's going to screw up everything.
Yeah,
They're going to suppress the entire community of flat Earth and anything that they deem as not being to their liking. But we
yep.
got another issue here. We got an underlying issue here.
What's that?
A lot of the bigger channels are driven by money. They're
Right.
driven by money. So either they're going to conform to these rules so they can keep making the little change that they're making, or they're going to have to fight like us smaller channels. And when I say small, anybody under 100,000 views is small.
Yeah,
Those channels making over 100,000, a million views, whatever the case is, they're the ones that will lose money with this ruling. So either they're going to modify, either they're going to modify their content to be in compliance with, you're going to fight. So in a way, I'm kind of glad this is happening. I'm not glad it's happening, but it should force us, if we were serious, being one voice against YouTube. It should, but if it doesn't, it will be because of money.
yeah, I can agree with that. And I mean, that's kind of what I've been on the whole time. I'm like, yo, we all have differences. We all have our opinions and ideologies about this, how this whole thing works, you know. And then for us to be bickering so much and making videos, you know, talking down on each other, like within the so-called flat Earth community, I'm like, it's not helping anything. You know, we need to focus on what's necessary at this point. What's necessary is exposing the criminals that are behind this whole system. You know, I mean, if we can work together on that, then we should be all right. But I mean, like you said, you know, people have their own interests, and there are a
Well,
lot of people
you're not going to
who are
repair the
relying on
person.
YouTube.
You're not going to repair the personality differences. What we have before us, if what you is true, we have Big Brother squashing opposing opinion on the internet. That's what we have.
Yeah,
So it's time to fight Big Brother. It's that simple. We don't even have the luxury to fight each other no
we
more.
really don't. And I mean, that's been the case for a while in my
You know,
estimation.
well, yeah, maybe. But now they're making it official. They're going live with what their threats, because they kind of threatened this before.
Yeah,
But you really didn't see what they do. Gradualism. They gradually change the system until eventually their agenda is in place. But now they're making an announcement. This is how it's going to be. So if they attack them back, it's all out war now.
yeah.
How do we do whatever we can to corrupt the entire YouTube system? It's that simple.
Right.
It's that simple. We use fraudulent stuff to get into the algorithm. We do whatever the hell we got to do. They need to feel the pain of this decision. The pain, they're going to win, and we're going to go away.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least that's the way I see it. Now, what would be interesting is to see adjustment, because those bigger channels are going to lose if they make the adjustment.
Wait, you said what? Say
I
that
mean,
again.
if they don't get on board with fighting this particular um, approach, YouTube, if they don't get on board with that, they're going to try to keep or be in compliance. We're instantly going to know the people that don't really care about any of this stuff we've been talking about. If all you care about is you don't give a damn about flat Earth.
Yeah.
Your channel has nothing to do with the raw issue. It's just it's a tool that we're using to get the word out. Now YouTube is saying you can't talk about it. So if all these big channels stop talking simply because YouTube says so, they were never real from the beginning, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. If you think your livelihood is YouTube, you're a fool.
Right.
You're a fool. It should be a supplement to whatever you're doing. You should not be on make money. I've been screaming that. I have never monetized one video I have ever put up on YouTube, simply because I knew if I started relying on that money coming in, eventually they were going to use that to control me. That's why not one of my videos has ever been monetized. Not one. No, that's not true. My first channel, I had a couple that were monetized. But my last four, no, nothing's monetized. And that's how a lot of times you can fly under the radar, because I think the bigger channels that monetize their videos, they're high. So now they gotta kind of watch what they say.
Yeah, it's like some channels like SGT Report. I listen to this guy from time to time. You know, Dave Weiss and Crow 777. They were on there a while ago. And let me see. One of the things he does is like, I mean, other people have these other platforms. DTube, you can stream from there. BitChute. You know, some people use Patreon to upload videos there. I haven't gotten into any of that stuff just yet, but you know, and they're like relying on that type of stuff to keep their channel afloat. And like Sean from SGT Report, he's had his channel up for years. He's had his stuff up for years. He's, you know, got a decent subscriber base on YouTube, but I mean, basically his channel has been demonetized, and yeah, it's like it kind of is affecting his livelihood, because you know, it's like YouTube was how he was making his money, basically. But you know, now you got to kind of diversify. But yeah, I mean, it's a sticky situation what we got going on here, man.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's by design.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, just looking at you know, people who've been around for so long. Yeah,
it's by design. They let us get reliant on getting that little extra money. Now, if you keep, I'm gonna take that little extra money from you. It was a carrot on a stick approach, and many of us fell for it. Now we gotta do a gut check and say, is this money more important? This money from my subscriber base or my advertising I allow on my videos, is it more important than getting the message out? Yeah. And we're going to quickly find out who thinks the money is more important versus those who do not. They're going to stand out.
Sure enough.
I mean, that's my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen, but again, in a way, I'm kind of glad this is happening. People are going to have to either go against the system, go against the grain, which I've been advocating since day one, because some people believe they can work within the system to get this message out. The system is putting the message out. If the system is putting the message out, eventually they're going to suppress anything that goes against what it wants to be, with what it wants to be out there. You do not have room to maneuver in a system of control. So what they're doing now
No.
is all those who are going upstream and against the grain, they're going to make them flow with everything else, or they're going to be completely isolated or suppressed or kicked out of the system.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's
Pretty
going to
much.
happen. So now some people got some really serious decisions to make. And from our perspective, we're going to see who's real and who's not now. I
Well,
mean,
it's definitely going to shake some things up. I mean, all across the alternate media, spectrum, because this doesn't just affect the flat Earth community. And honestly, I'm thinking, we should have been the last people that, like I said, we should be the last people that are affected by this, or trying to be censored because, we're just crazy, right?
yeah,
Is what they try to paint us as. But yeah, man, I mean,
yeah,
people
that's
who are
just part of their propaganda.
anti-vaxxers, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's just
saying?
part of
Not
their
9/11.
propaganda.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean,
What it really comes down is they want to know who they're going to be able to control by just threatening the money. This is a threat on money.
yep.
You see? Do you see it any other way? Maybe I'm overthinking this. I see this as an attack on taking down people's channels, and anybody is making any money through YouTube, they're going to lose it if they continue going in the direction that they're in.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Toe the line, or we're gonna take away your revenue stream.
Right.
Period. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's
So
the
that's what
options
this
that
comes down to.
basically.
Hey,
But I mean, I've always been advocating for, a ceasefire in the community as far as the infighting and all that. And this person's a shill, and these people are doing this and that. I'm
we
like,
about
man,
to
look,
find out.
yeah,
We about to
right,
find out who the real shields are.
right. I'm
Whose
saying,
channel? Whose channel is going to be allowed to stay up, and they still talk this flat Earth stuff, but YouTube don't take it down. But they took everybody else stuff down. We're going to find out who the real shields are real quick. That's We're going to find out who sold out for money. There's a
yeah,
whole lot of information that's going to come out with YouTube doing this.
that's true.
If
That's
if
true.
if you see the Vegan Warriors channel still in the same way, the way I come at it aggressive like a pit bull, right? If you see
Yeah.
me still doing that and everybody else's channel is being taken down, I'm a shill. It's that simple. They're gonna be
Is it
like, hold
though?
up, how do they let him? Everybody else? Well, because I'm on the payroll. You know what I mean? Now I don't know if
Yeah.
that's true, but I mean it would be a measurement stick, though, right? I don't. It's something we got to cross reference, but it'd be a
Yeah.
measurement stick.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, are they going to get all the channels all at the same time? Probably
Yeah,
not, because
probably
I
over
mean,
time. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be like a serious shockwave.
hmm
Everybody wakes up and suddenly like half of the people they were subscribed to are gone.
right.
But I mean,
So
still, we're
their
gonna see it.
tyranny, their tyranny will expose some things. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's exposing a lot. It's
Right.
exposing a lot, and I mean, here, just by us talking about this and by them putting this out, we
hmm
can highlight this again, and this is that probably pushed some people, more people to look into flat Earth and these other issues that they're talking about. They're like, okay, so we don't want you looking in the Sandy Hook. Uh, People were saying 9/11 didn't happen. Sandy Hook, flat Earth, whatever else is going on, these mass shooting events. We're going to shut all that down. That's going to have people like, well, wait a minute. If these people are wrong, if they're just shouting in the wind and they're not making any sense, why are y'all like suppressing their speech? Why are you lowering the recommendations on their videos if they're not making any sense? Like they're just a bunch of whack jobs, right?
I don't
So
know why you think the sheeple are so smart.
well,
The
see, I
sheeple
don't.
won't even notice that we left.
Well, I won't think that they're all sheeple. That's the thing. There's still some in there that have common sense but haven't come across this stuff yet. But once it hits their radar that we're being suppressed this way, you know, that YouTube is going after so-called borderline content, trying to shut this stuff down, they're going to be like, well, what are they doing that for? And then they're going to say, okay, so what subjects is YouTube trying to reduce recommendations for?
What percentage in your mind of the population is going to say, well, why are they doing that?
Oh, I don't know.
You think it's going to be 50%?
No, I'm saying maybe like 15.
40%? 15%?
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
like maybe 15 or so. It's not a whole lot,
Exactly.
but it's
And much of that 15% is us.
right, right. You know,
Dude, the sheeple don't care about that, man. They just want to be entertained. They don't care
I,
about nothing.
I know, and man, hey, I don't know where I saw this, man. I was just sitting up thinking the other day, the whole idea of the word entertainment, the etymology of that thing, man. You know, okay, so let's break it down. Enter, obviously, we know what enter is, like to come into. Tain is to like keep, like kind of defined as to keep in a constant state of, to remain, to kind of lock in place when it's
I think a
obtained.
container. I think a
Yeah,
container.
yeah, container, detain, obtain,
Yeah.
retain information to
Right.
hold on to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then, okay, so that's to come into and hold on,
Yeah, your
mentality,
mind.
your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Right.
come into and take hold of your mind. That's what
Right.
entertainment's for in that etym- etymological sense.
Right. Yeah, I
But
talked
yeah,
about this yesterday on the live stream.
see,
Yeah.
we were on the same page, and I didn't even get the
Yeah.
notification, man. But
No,
I
it's
was
all
thinking
good.
about that.
It
I
wasn't
was
on my show. It was with I think it was Nadi and Illustrious Cook and those guys.
okay.
But yeah, bro. I mean, I kind of expected this. I'm actually surprised they let us go this long. Maybe they were just monitoring us and taking down data, and they said, okay, let's let them go wild for about 5 years. Okay, all right, we got enough data now. Now let's start shutting it down. That's
Right.
basically what you're doing.
You think so? They like have a huge database of who's you know, out front doing the talking and all
Well,
that, and the people who are
I
connected to
I
them and
think
all that.
if you watch the hoaxes, right? Every time we expose the hoaxes, they get better with it. It's like they're learning from our criticism.
Yeah.
So now it's really hard to kind of instantly know it's a hoax. I mean, we know it's a hoax because we see the pattern, right? But
Hmm.
the stuff that stood out, and it was like so many smoking guns laying around. They got less smoking guns laying around now. We have helped their production of hoaxes by us getting on YouTube, pointing it out, and trying to get people to wake up to it. So all they do is watch us. So when they do their next hoax, they cross their T's and dot their I's. They
Man,
were learning. They were learning from how well we would expose them. Because think about it: when you put together a featured film, a production, you have it in your mind, but you really may not capture the human element all the way. We're the human element critiquing the fake events. So when we expose it, right? When we expose it, they watch how we point out the inconsistencies. So the next hoax, they make sure those inconsistencies are not prevalent, or they don't even mention it. Because a lot of times in their news reports, we were capturing what they would say, and we would compare it to the information through video investigation, right?
right. It, it's like
So
they were
yeah,
watching the truthers come. You remember, like, after a training exercise in the army, right?
right.
That after
After
action
action
review.
review,
Yeah,
right,
they're watching
right.
the truthers on YouTube do after action
Yes,
reviews on these hoaxes in order
yes,
to, okay, so what can we do better next time? You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
That was one of those
exactly.
questions. So yeah, I
And I
think,
really
yeah.
believe military intelligence is involved with a lot of the hoaxes. I really do.
Oh, I
I
believe
really
you.
do. Yeah, we did.
I would.
I mean, false flags come from military intelligence, right?
Yep.
So they got to be the ones orchestrating the ones that are fake. So
Yep.
you're right. After every military operation, they're going to do an after action review. The after action review is just watching our videos. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, damn, we did forget that. You know what? We are consistently leaving one shoe off every time there's a mass shooting. We need to cut back on that. you know what I mean? Even though
Yeah.
it may have some Masonic symbolism, so now they're going to start cutting back on the things that would give us instant telltale signs. They have done it. If you look at the shootings, the last 5 or 6 shootings, they've gotten good. They've gotten better. They have learned from us. That's why they probably let us go for so long.
Yeah. And
So
I mean,
now,
it's
now we're gaining ground. So now they got to, okay, people are starting to really believe this stuff. We have to suppress them.
well, I mean, it's it's beyond that. I mean, because they have the technology now. You know that there's a, let me see, a page or some or a website called Deepfakes where they're actually computer. Okay, so what happens is these people fed a lot of real human images into a database and
Yes, I
artificial
seen it. Go ahead.
intelligence. Yeah,
Tell the
yeah,
people what you're talking about, but I
yeah,
seen exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, and the artificial intelligence created a whole bunch of pictures of people who don't actually exist. You know what I mean? So if they can do that with just those faces of those people,
Can
then
can I
then
give
there's
can I give a
yeah.
big shout out of a conspiracy channel that brought that to light? It was True Stream Media. Is that where you got it also?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, yeah,
I
great
believe
channel,
so.
man. That's a great channel. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, straight up. Shout out to Truth Stream Media. Yeah, that's the one lady with the kind of soothing voice, right?
Yeah, she used to be down with Alex Jones, and she broke away from him. Her and her husband was down with Alex Jones when he first started up, and they broke away from him because they said he was controlled opposition.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they were deep into working with Alex Jones and his camp. So now they've been on their own. That's True Stream Media.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I mean the whole idea that they have the technology that they can put these images up of people who don't actually exist, and then on top of that, um you can have these screen actors that kind of have the same face of the people that don't exist. You can put those screen actors on there and you can superimpose those fake faces onto those real people and produce like real-time video. And you have to have a really sharp eye, a really keen eye in order to actually catch those things, the anomalies and all that, man. It's a lot of stuff that's going on around here, man. I mean, it's the technology. It's kind of, look, it's like the stuff that we get to see is probably like 10 to 20 years behind what they actually have. You know what I mean?
I think it's longer than that. I think they're 30, 40 years ahead of us.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
think
So,
they had Photoshop way before we even knew what Photoshop was.
yeah.
You know. Well, let me add to what you're talking about, because the video that you're talking about is so important. And the reason why it's so important is because many of us have developed these theories of cloning. We developed these theories of transgenders and all this other stuff. This technology, this technology trumps all that. Basically, they can put anybody's face in 3D, anybody's face on 3D on another body
Yeah.
in video. So what you're thinking is a transgender could easily be a manipulation of a video footage of a person's face on, let's say, a man's body, a woman's face on a man's body, or a man's face on a woman's body. So a lot of us that make these speculations of, well, that person is really a man in real life and this and that and blah, blah, blah. What they may have detected is the fact that there has been some video manipulation, because the actual people no longer need to be in these videos anymore. They can take a person's characteristics and put it on anybody's body, for example.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so we got to rethink this whole idea of cloning, this whole idea of transgenders. You know how, some of the truthers, they go around saying, well, that person's really a man and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You got to rethink all that. You got to rethink all that. Look at him. He right. Look at him. Then he trying to call county.
Yeah. Absolutely. Man, it's, we got to figure this out. We got to. I'm saying, man, we got to figure out ways to put our differences aside and unite against this tyrannical system. Because while we're all down here, fighting amongst ourselves, they're steadily, day after day, working towards their end objective. Total control of all narratives, total control of all people. The whole agenda with the Georgia Guidestones to depopulate to, right around 500,000 or 500 million, something like that. And yeah, man, we need to figure this out quick, because I mean it's becoming blatantly obvious that they're trying to clamp down and suppress free speech and dissenting voices out here. So, man, what else is
Well,
going on?
that technology is really interesting, man. And what was it called? The deep fake, you
Uh,
said?
uh, Deep fake, yeah,
Yeah,
I
people.
believe that's it. Yeah,
If you're a conspiracy theorist, you need to really look into that. You really need to look into that. It's basically gonna make you go back to the drawing board. You're gonna go back to
again,
the drawing board because what you think, what you thought was real in a video may not have been real. So basically, True Stream Media exposed how they can manipulate video to make it look any way that they want it to be. And they're all doing it in the movies. Like there's several movies where you're seeing the not even in the they weren't even in the building. And I'm not just talking about CGI. I'm talking about an advanced level of video enhancement and manipulation that the public does not know about because it's not really available to us. Well, actually, it is now. It is now. I think TrueStream said that you can now do it on a lesser level now with certain apps.
yeah. Oh man,
Yeah, so it's crazy. I'm telling you, they're ahead of us no matter how you look at it. No matter how you
right.
look at it, they're ahead of us. And if you get stern in what you think, they got you. They got you. You can't be stern. You got to be flexible. So when the new technology comes out, you got to learn about the new technology and run it through a filter to see if that could have been the possible answer of your conspiracy theory. Your theories must be checked. It must be verified. You can't just get a conspiracy theory and stay there. You have to challenge your own theories. And if you don't do that, they got you. They got you.
Yeah,
My opinion.
I mean it makes sense, man. We're kind of at a point where it's like, what's next? You know what I mean? Like every other week is something new coming out. There's more propaganda. There's more distractions. There's more entertainment. There's another movie. There's more censorship. Hey, look over here, so you don't see what's going on over there. It becomes a bit much, and that's another reason why I was like, man, I gotta step back for a little bit. It's getting crazy out here.
Yeah,
But man,
one other side of that too. They also cover how they can manipulate voice as well. Not only can
yeah,
they change your face, they can put they can put words in the mouths of these actors. So they
yes,
can create a fictitious actor from scratch and use, let's say, like the voice of Barack Obama, but they can take the tones of his voice and make it say anything they want it to say.
yep, I
So
did
you
see
can
that
no
one.
longer trust video. That's the point I'm trying to make, folks. You can no longer trust video. You know how we went through a stage where you could no longer trust photographs?
Mm,
Now in 2019, you can no longer trust video. There is no such thing as 100% video until you uh, um, real video until you authenticate it. If you don't authenticate the video, you should not trust it. That's where
yeah,
we are in 2019.
right. So I mean, everything's got to be live at this point, basically. You know, I mean, because these videos can be manipulated in post production. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot going on out here. We just have to be vigilant as far as you know looking around to see what's real and what's not. We have to tap into a higher level of discernment to see what's true and what's not, and kind of rely on each other to work our way through this whole situation, because it's not going to stop. They're not going to stop, unless divine intervention takes place some way or another. But man, it's a lot to unpack out here. Definitely a lot going on, folks. But in other news, do we want to stay on this one? Work on some other topics around this one, or what? There's a couple other things. I kind of went to the more important one right off. Might have to say this other stuff for another time, but there's some other smaller issues going on. But this whole censorship thing, I'm trying to suppress the speech of dissenting voices and all that. It's out of control, honestly, and it's only going to get worse. So they literally saying basically that they're gonna, our ongoing work to tackle hate. Now, I don't know exactly how flat earth or any of these other topics will be hate speech, but that's what they're calling it, and that's what they're labeling us as. Like, flat earthers are now part of a hate group, basically. And I'm saying that's on YouTube's official blog. The title of this blog post from Wednesday, June 5th, is "Our Ongoing Work to Tackle Hate." And in the subtext, flat earthers are right in there. So that's where we are, people. Um, other
My
than
bad.
that,
I had some distraction.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but I heard everything you said. Yeah. Well, hate's a trigger word. So if you want someone to instantly put you in a category, just say he promotes hate speech. You know, say that he's a terrorist. Say that he's anti-Semitic. Those are nothing but trigger words, and they're using propaganda against flat Earth. It's that simple.
yeah, trying to lump us in with the crazies, because we're not crazy. I'm just saying, I've never experienced the Earth as a spinning ball. I don't think it's crazy to say that, because I don't think anybody has experienced the Earth as a spinning ball, unless they had too much to drink at any point. But I mean, even then, you wake up in the morning, room's still spinning a little bit, but
Well,
things will go back to normal eventually.
that was one of the reasons why I was so angry about Beyond the Curve. It was them trying to set a precedence that we have some type of mental illness, or we're deranged, or they got to bring in the psychologists and they got to figure out what's the best way to talk to us, and all that was them putting us in a category. And now that we're in that category on a national level, guess what? Let's suppress their content, because since they're deranged and delusional, they get angry and they speak hate speech. It's all an agenda, man. All that stuff's an agenda. They planned all that stuff out.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the controllers are controllers for a reason. They plan it out and then they put it in action. And we're now starting to see the light of the ultimate plan. I think they gave us about 5 or 6 years to say the things that we've said, and now they're going to suppress it. And the only way we're going to stop them is we fight back. We have to fight back. You
and
know,
special thanks to Craig Oliver. He puts out a point. He says, "Why can't we band together and make our own people's tube, or our tube? Something like that, something separate away from YouTube." But there are sites like that, though. There are other platforms where we can broadcast information from. But as you and I have discussed a couple times, YouTube it's like the most popular streaming platform. It's the most popular place to upload your content at this point. So that's where the people are. So in order for us to reach the people, this is kind of where we have to put some of our stuff. Now, this doesn't have to be the only place that we put our stuff. There we can expand and go to these other platforms and help build them up on our individual bases and all. But YouTube is where the people are, basically. But yeah, it is necessary to expand.
I will go anywhere that my brethren would like to go, but in the meantime, I'm at war with YouTube. That's the way I see it.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to go to war. They take down the channel, I come back with 2 or 3. I got emails for days. It's that simple. They take it down, they're gonna have to hire more people just because of the vegan warrior.
I like it. I like it.
It's that simple. They're not gonna have an algorithm that's gonna be able to catch what I'm gonna come at them. I'll have soccer count after soccer count after soccer count, because their attack is on the people. So I can't run away from the people and start my own thing. I'm gonna fight where the people are.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way I see it. But no, I'll go anywhere that we suggest we should go. I'll be a part of that community too. But YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, if they do this, they can no longer exist.
And
Anything
once,
that's tyrannical must be fought. It
yeah,
must be fought.
and if we jump ship and just go over there, we'll basically be preaching to the choir, because
Right,
the
right,
general population, they don't know about DTube, they don't know about Vimeo. Well, I don't know, they know
exactly.
about Vimeo. I
They
mean,
know
no,
about
those
it,
other
but
those other platforms
right,
where the truthers would go to expand and to seek refuge from the tyrannical practices of YouTube.
right,
It's just going to be a lot of truthers over there talking to other truthers. You know,
right. Yeah, and they'll come across us, and that can be a place that we go, and that's cool. But the bottom line is, YouTube can no longer exist if they are tyrannical. We must, we must fight them to the end. It's that simple. If they kick you off, come back stronger. They should have to keep kicking you off.
right?
And if you got 1,000 of us doing that, guess what? We're gonna put a dent in their armor. If you got 10,000 of us doing that, they got to pick up a sword. You got 100,000 of us doing that. We keep coming at them until they drop their tyrannical nature. If we fold just because they say these are the new rules, we're fucking, excuse my language, we're fools.
Yeah.
We're fools. And everything we've ever done means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Every video, all the hours of work we put in, all the communities we built means absolutely nothing if we put our tail in between our legs and run because YouTube decided to be tyrannical. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that's the American way. So if I don't run from a fight, they want to fight, let's fight.
Right. So we need
So
to.
if they gotta hire 2 or 3 people to monitor the vegan warrior on the internet, I've done my job. But what happens when D Marvel do it? What happens when Jaren do it? What happens when the Goldbusters do it? What happens when Dubé do it? And everybody that follows him. If we all come at their grill, they're gonna have to address our concerns. The only thing they're gonna understand now is we don't care about your money, we don't care about your rules, and we just gonna keep coming no matter what you do. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That's called that's true activism, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. And, well, we
Because
need.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just agreeing. I'm like, yo, we need to present a united front. Some way or another, we need to have some kind of roundtable, something like that. Because I mean, we got to figure this out. We all got to come to some kind of agreement, some kind of, I don't know, ceasefire amongst us, and just calm down with the infighting and all that, and focus on the enemy at hand. Because we're all about to get shut down. It doesn't matter if this person, you don't like what this person said, or that person doesn't like what this person said, or this person made this mistake and they said that, and they misquoted this, or they put up this wrong number, or whatever the hell they said. We're all about to get shut down. So we need to figure out how to work together in this whole situation, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because they're not
I mean,
about to
I
let
agree
up.
with that, but I will correct you
Go
on
ahead.
one thing. They're not going to shut me
Oh yeah.
down. They are not going to shut me down. I will go on other channels that don't even talk about flat Earth, and I will talk about flat Earth. I'm doing it now. So wherever I go, I take flat Earth with
Right.
me. So it's you can shut down the category, but guess what? You're gonna have to shut down all these other categories of platforms people allow me to get on, and I will talk flat Earth on those channels as well.
All right. Go.
So they ain't gonna never shut me down. They may shut my page down, but I don't care. I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
just
YouTube is not that important to me. The only reason it's important to me is the aspect of it, the aspect of importance is because this is where our people are. So as long as my people here, I'm gonna be here, if they like it or not. And I hope they hear me right now. I want you to try to shut me down. I dare you. They've already shut down 4 channels. I got the 5th one on standby already. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about their money. I don't monetize videos. Some of y'all go to my channel now, I only got 5,000 subscribers. At one point, I had 65,000. I don't care about subscribers. I don't care about any of that. I've been saying that since day one because I knew they were going to do exactly what they're doing now. They put a carrot on the stick. You get dependent on that little funky money that they give you. And guess what? They start censoring your content. It was a bait and switch. It's that simple. So now people have to make a decision. Do they keep making their little bit of money? And I'm talking to the bigger channels like Sanchez and some of these other guys. Do you keep making your money or do you stand up and be a real truther? All the fake truthers will fall by the wayside if this goes into effect. It's that simple.
well, it's going into effect.
Yeah.
And they
Either
just
way, I've been
just
preparing
announced it.
for it, so I'm ready. I've been preparing for it, so I'm ready. So I'm not even shocked. Let me shut
All
up, man. I'm
right.
talking too much. Go ahead, bro.
No, no, I ain't talking about nothing. You know, that's about shoot. That's about it, man. I'm like, look, we gotta figure this out. We gotta figure this out. You know, the battle continues, and we're not just stuck. We're not just stuck here on YouTube. You know, we can go to other platforms. We can still hop into other people's chats. We can still, you know, infiltrate these like gaming channels or whatever, and just drop flat Earth somewhere in there. You know, that's nothing. You know, we can still send direct links to videos and all that.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, in addition,
I ain't going nowhere.
in addition.
Take me out. Come on with it. I'm daring them. I'm daring them. Take down one of my channels and watch what I do. I'm gonna come back with 5 channels, all in different names. Let's play that game. They're gonna work overtime to suppress me on YouTube. It's that simple. I want them spending money to stop the vegan war on YouTube. Now just imagine if there was 100 vegan warriors, or 1,000, or 10,000, or 100,000. With this mentality I'm sharing with you and your audience right now,
Hmm.
how in the hell would they be able to stop us? They don't have the true power. We are the true power, and at some point, we got to exercise it. As long as we don't exercise our real power and overtake their system, they will continue to do what they're doing. It's that simple. There's no negotiation. If you're calling us hate, you're putting us in the category of people with hate speech, and you're saying that you're going to suppress us, and you're putting out public notices and all that, I'm daring them to do it.
Well, I
Don't.
mean, if I could
I'm sorry.
screen share, I'm like, well, if I could screen share, but they shut that down rather quickly now, didn't they?
Well, maybe.
Just on this stream. I'm look. I feel like I'm gonna have to drop out. I feel like I got to drop out and then try to get back on this call in order to screen share again.
Okay.
And that might not even work.
I mean, I know, folks, I sound like the crazy Uncle Crazy Vegan like I always do. But guys, I want you to understand, I seen this shit coming. I seen it coming. They let us get comfortable. A lot of these YouTubers are comfortable. Calling themselves flat earth, putting out their videos, talking about NASA. They're comfortable. You forget NASA is a government agency.
Yeah,
It
NASA.gov.
is a government agency. You are attacking the government. You are attacking the every time you attack NASA. You come on, man, wake up. So why haven't we been preparing for battle in the last 5 years? Been too caught up with trying to make money on the platform. Either we're gonna take this over or we're not. I say we take it over.
Let's do this
We
thing.
corrupt their whole system. Just like cat videos. Guess what? I'm gonna go on the show that people talk about cats, and I'm talking about flat Earth. If you like music videos, I'm gonna find flat Earth. I'm placing it. I'm doing all that. They want to play warfare. Let's play.
Yeah, because we can take it to other places.
And we got some flat earthers that's really good, like IPS and all them guys, like IP and them. Those guys know the algorithm. They know how to fight electronically. It's war simple.
Yeah.
Go to war with you. If you're here for your money from YouTube, you're not a true truther in my book. The money was cool, but guess what? Taking it away. Now, what?
Right.
War.
I don't know, man.
War didn't hurt nobody, war, and we not leaving. That's what war means. Huh?
Yeah, we ain't.
We not leaving. No matter what they say.
We ain't here. We ain't here.
They want to tell me they want us to conform to what they,
Yo,
that's what they want. They want us.
they won't look.
Can you?
Well, I'm saying it's like you kind of in and out. You kind of got the robot voice going on. I'm not sure what's going on with your mic, man.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm a.
Oh no, I'm gonna just blame it on the censorship. Like that's what they're doing. You know, they're messing with your mic. They won't let me screen share. There's a bunch of BS going on around here. Yo,
I gotta stop telling them. I gotta stop giving them the game. Just what I'm telling you.
See?
After I exposed the Charlottesville hoax, when I exposed the Charlottesville hoax, and I did a detailed analysis, and my video, all the videos I did on the Charlottesville went viral on Facebook, on YouTube. They all went viral. As soon as I put out a 12-video series showing how the entire thing was a false flag and it was a stage, it was a hoax, the entire event. And they did that. They took down my big channel I had for damn near 10 years.
Yeah. You said Charlottesville, right? Because I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, and when they took my channel down, then I knew then that whenever you truly hit them where they don't want to be hit, their reaction is to suppress you.
Right.
So I deduced many of us are hitting them, I mean, with body shots all over the place, and we won't go away. They'll do something like Behind the Curve or this Logan Paul guy. They expect us to just kind of go away after that. Anywhere. We're still strong. So guess what? They got to suppress us now. We forced their hand. So they can't discredit us. They got to suppress us. I've been preparing for it for 2 years. And now that it's here, it's time to go to war. It's that simple.
That's real. That's real. I mean, because
that's the way I see it.
They just announced it. They just drew a line in the sand right there. You know,
yep.
I mean, they did it back in January, but now they're just ramping it up a little bit more. They're like, oh, in addition to what we did back in January, oh, we got a new official blog up on our YouTube. By the way, we're going to go ahead and expand that, you know?
Right.
So we're about to delete thousands of channels. Like, it's about to get real. It's about to get real out here. While we're out here, you know, exposing what's really going on or what's really not going on. Like what they got here, this Uh, NASA will allow private astronauts on the ISS in the future. This
Hmm.
is like a commercial thing. This is what's going on right now. There's this article from Ars Technica. Says NASA will allow private astronauts on the ISS for 11,250 to 22,500 a day. So you got to have you got to be willing to part with tens of thousands of dollars if you want to go on the ISS for at least one day. Let me see. The space agency wants to create sustainable economy in low Earth orbit. I would screen share, but you all know what to do. Um, So yeah, what's going on here? This article says on Thursday morning. This is from just let me see. What's this? What's this? Yeah, this is from yesterday. On Thursday morning, NASA held a press conference to announce that the International Space Station is now open for business. Previously, commercial organizations have only been able to use the ISS for research purposes. Now NASA is open to letting them make a profit in low Earth orbit, or LEO. Quote, we're marketing these opportunities as we've never done before, said NASA's chief financial officer, Jeff DeWitt, earlier today. For starters, the space agency issued a new directive that allows commercial manufacturing and production to occur on the ISS as well as marketing activities. It's not quite, quote, anything goes, though. Approved activities have to have a link to NASA's missions, stimulate the development of the low Earth orbit economy. A low Earth orbit economy? Okay. Or actually require a zero G environment. NASA has a published price list for the ISS, and it's setting aside 5% of the station's annual resources, including astronaut time and cargo mass, for commercial use. So I'll just go ahead and stop it there. But um, here, let me pull up this published price list. I want to look at this. So this is on NASA.gov, the commercial marketing pricing policy. Let me see what we have. So they have a chart here. Uh, reimbursed value, the resources. This sucks without screen sharing. But yeah, they have a price chart on NASA.gov according to the let me see with that whole story here. I'm going to leave a link in the chat for this story, and then you can check it out yourself. But yeah, this is ridiculousness. Let me see. Let me copy this, put this in the chat. But yeah, commercial travel out to the ISS is what they're promising these days. And that's I'm not sure when that's supposed to be happening, but we're coming to a point to where somebody's gonna decide that we need to do a GoFundMe, do a GoFundMe, come up with enough money to send one of these flat earthers out to low Earth orbit. Um, anybody, anybody want to volunteer for that? Put that money up to take that flight. I don't want to end up like that one guy did last year. Took up all that money from those people. He was supposed to be taking a flight over some poles, and he ended up getting scammed out of it. So something like that could happen with this whole thing. So
Did he ever give them the money back?
I sincerely doubt it. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think so. I don't think so. That's not what these people do. I mean, as stated, these pseudo atheists, they're in a position where, they believe that this place is an accident and that they don't have a soul. So people that don't believe that they even have a soul don't, they see it as pure profit when they sell it, you know? So no, I think I'm pretty sure.
D, I got a lot of background. I'm listening now.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's always something going on over here, man. I'm broadcasting from the hood. There's always some sirens going off in the background. I'm looking across the street. There's a fire truck over here at the spot. Craziness, man. But yeah, man. Um.
No, I'm saying on my end, I got a lot of background.
Oh, okay. I feel you. Okay, so I didn't hear anything about the sirens in the chat, but anyway, all good. But um, yeah, that's what's going on, folks. NASA is now going to make it available for these, for astronauts, or private astronauts they call them, to go up to the ISS, but you got to have somewhere between $11,000 and $22,000 a day in order to make that dream come true. So we'll see if any of these globe propagandists actually get up there and do that. You know, I'd like to see one of these clowns that make these anti-flat Earth or so-called flat Earth debunk videos. Maybe they should go. Maybe they could do a live stream from the ISS. You know, I think that should be something that they do. Since that's what they believe, I don't freaking believe it. And we've been saying that, you know, all that stuff done from a pool. I'd like to see one of these guys do it. Honestly, I think that'd be something interesting for us all to see. But what's going on with the feedback, man?
My bad. You talking to me?
Yeah.
But
Y'all good over there?
yeah, I just got a lot of background noise. I'm still actually at work, and I'm just
Oh,
like
shoot.
stepping out and talk. No, it don't matter. I don't give a damn. I work. I'm the boss. I do what the hell I want. But
All right.
yeah, it's like I'm checking on stuff, and then I'm walking away, and I'm checking on stuff. I done did like 50 circles around the building, so it's all good.
All right.
Nah, I mean, again, none of this stuff shocks me, but I'm glad that the community is hearing it. You know what I mean? I suspected this stuff was coming. Now the community is hearing it. It's all about what we're gonna do. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Are we going crash and burn? Or are we going, you know, as far as these astronauts being a private astronaut, I want them to do that. I want them to waste as much money as humanly possible. Because ain't no flat earther gonna pay that kind of money to go to a fake space, do some fake space travel. So if the sheeple wants to pay money to do fake stuff, more power to them. It's kind of like going to the amusement park. Go ahead. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one of them will get up there and realize it's fake and come back and snitch.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I want people to spend their hard-earned money, because the only people that's going to pay for this are rich people. So rich people can afford to lose $11,000 a day. So go ahead and do that.
Right.
Go. So if you're a globe earther and you rich and you want to go waste $100 on some fake simulated space program, go ahead. I encourage you to do it, because you'll have less money in your pocket, and that make me happy.
Well, that's going to be interesting. I want to see who actually takes up this offer. I'm not seeing. As I'm reading over this, I'm not seeing a date that they're actually going to make this happen. They're just
the psyop is they just use their own actors, and those actors come back and say it was a great experience. No real people going up there.
Yeah.
Every single person that they're going to go is going to be psyop. So you got to remember, when they do a false flag psyop hoax type of event, they don't use real people.
Right.
I mean, that's too much of a risk. Now you got to hope they don't tell. Now you got to kill them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why not just use actors?
And they keep recycling the same crisis actors. Ah, shoot! I said that word. Now the video is going to get shut down for real. All right.
You're a hater.
I'm saying you can't be saying that, man. Those are real people.
You can't say this. You know? You can't say CA.
Nah, man. You can't say. You're not supposed to say CA. You're supposed to say these people who. I don't know. You got to get like a definition or something. They got
people who enjoy acting class.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Who like to play parts in a play as a particular character.
In a distressful environment. There you go.
Simulating a drama in a play. How about that?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Pretty much. Much. You know, and they keep using the same people.
Yeah, they do.
Like that one woman who was screaming at Trump, the one with the glasses. We need something now, Mr. President. Then they just gave her all this airtime to just start screaming at the camera. I'm like, this looks so fake. Yeah. She's acting, and she's a bad actor at that. But
hold up, didn't somebody? What about the guy who set himself on fire? was that wasn't close to. Initially, I heard the report the guy was close to the White House, but actually he was in the park by the White House. He wasn't like on the lawn. I thought I heard somebody say he got over the fence and onto the lawn of the White House.
Oh, they're gonna tell us anything.
Well, that's what I heard initially. But it turns out that some guy set himself on fire in the park. But we all know, if you know anything about, certain garments that are fireproof and stuff like that, you can do that and it could be a complete hoax.
Yeah, they do that in Hollywood all the time.
Right.
Like what?
Yeah, they got certain material that will protect the body and all that. And when you look at the pictures, it's like his face gets burned up really, really quick. And I'm like, come on, man. He had his arms out to the side. Nah, your natural instinct is going to protect, your face, your head, stuff like that. Even if you set yourself on fire, you're not going to be able to continuously hold your arms out after a certain point.
Nah.
So once that pain kicks in, you're going to kind of curl up like a ball.
Yeah.
So he's walking across the lawn with his arms out, burning. Oh my God, I hate Trump. Oh my God, I hate Trump. I'm like, man, come on.
Right. And Trump probably look out the window like, what's this fool doing? like what?
Well, I don't even think he was close. And the police got there in seconds. And they came out of the car with the fire extinguisher. Dude, when I was a cop, if somebody told me go get the fire extinguisher, I would have to take 5 or 10 seconds to think about where the hell is that in my car. Yeah. Well, hold up. Is it in the trunk or is it in the back seat? Where the hell is it? Oh, okay. It's in the back seat. You know what I mean? Yes. I would have
under the driver's seat.
This guy pulls out and immediately he has the damn fire extinguisher under his arm. Yeah. I'm like, come on, dude. Come on, be real. Nah, you would at least pop your trunk,
Yeah. No, that makes no sense. Because I'm saying there was a point where the van caught on fire. And I was like, man, I'm like trying to throw water at it. I pour water on the damn thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, I got a fire extinguisher inside. So I had to run in and grab that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, they just jump out.
There's a matter of seconds where you got to think about where the hell is that damn fire extinguisher? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Good Lord.
That doesn't prove as a hoax, but it just looks suspicious to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a lot of small stuff, these little details that people will miss.
I told you they've gotten better with the hoaxes. Situation. They've gotten much better with the hoaxes. The hoaxes are stellar now. They've gotten stellar. I can still spot them, but they're pretty good now. Like the shooting in the Moss shooting. When I initially looked at it, I didn't catch it, but I had to go back 2 and 3 times, and catch it. And some of the other ones, I caught it as soon as I looked at it. I'm like, damn, they're getting better.
Right.
I was like, they're getting better.
Right, and we were texting back and forth. I was like, but nah, man, look, when the woman was she was like, oh my God, help. And then the guy ran over there and he shot her real quick. It looked like blood came out of her head. I mean, I don't know, man. The video was kind of grainy. Yeah,
that whole video was fake. That whole thing. That did not happen. And it took me a minute because I looked at it. I was like, damn, this looks pretty good. But when you go back and you start looking at the rounds disappearing and face in the rear view, I mean, he shoots his weapon while he's driving when he's getting away. He shoots the windshield in front of him, and there's no holes in the windshield. I mean, it's multiple errors they've made. But initially, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, shit, this might be real.
Right.
So, it was definitely a false flag.
Man.
And then when they showed the second shooting at the second mosque he went to, that was all fake, too. So they were consistent. It's just that for a minute there, they had me, and I had to kind of take my emotions and sit it aside and go back and reinvestigate. And when I did that, that's when the obvious flaws started coming out. But the way they did it, they captured me emotionally right off as soon as the video starts,
Yeah. And that's why I had to send that over to you. I'm like, hey, man, you seen this?
Yeah. IPS broke it down, too. He broke it down real deep. He broke it down on I forgot. It's another streaming site. forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but IPS has a channel on a different YouTube, on another platform outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
And I subscribed to him, and I watched how he broke it down. You know, and he kind of confirmed a lot of stuff I was suspicious of. You know, he did like maybe 3 hours of just breaking it down.
Oh man. All right.
Anyway, what
But
else we got? I gotta get out of here.
Oh no, man. Look. That's about it, man. We covered that censorship thing by YouTube. I mean, there was the one where you know, Trump put out a tweet earlier today, kind of criticizing NASA for promoting their plan to go to the moon, because he's
Right.
like, we did this 50 years ago. I mean, although they didn't do that 50 years ago, but the tweet that he put out said, for all the money we are spending, NASA should not, in capital letters, not be talking about going to the moon. Says we did that 50 years ago. They should be focused on the much bigger things we are doing, including Mars. And then in parentheses it says, including Mars, in parentheses, of which the moon is a part, whatever that means. And then says defense and science. But I don't know, just the point that he put that out there,
that
saying
proves
that
Trump is part of the psyop.
Yeah,
Is that something?
yeah. I mean, it's like, but what that's also gonna do, he's more than likely he's part of the psyop.
Right.
He's kind of playing both sides,
Right.
And
That's
I mean,
his job.
just to kind of be a figurehead, but kind of divert people who are still kind of bought into the whole left and right
because
paradigm.
You know, there's more moon mission deniers than flat earthers.
See?
There's a ton of moon mission deniers. Tons. You talking 30%, 40% of the population denied that we ever went to the moon.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
it's a very high percentage of that. So when they do these moon missions, they're not really doing it for us. They're doing it to fight against the moon mission deniers, because it's a strong, especially internationally. There's a lot of people internationally that know we didn't go to the moon.
Yeah.
In America, it's about 30%. I would venture to say it's anywhere 40, 50% outside of America. In America, yeah.
So with that's what I'm saying. And I mean, even him being part of the psyop to continue pushing this propaganda and all that, saying we did that 50 years ago. Again, you know, putting too much trust in the 15% of sheeple of the population that can do some deeper thinking. He's like, we did that 50 years ago. Why are we talking about going to the moon if we did that 50 years ago? You know, I'm hoping, you know, I'm always an optimist that more people are going to be asking, well, why haven't we been back to the moon? Like, that's a pretty reasonable question at this point. Like, technology has come so far since 50 years ago. Why is it that we just all of a sudden put a halt on space travel, like back in the 60s? Why is that? You know?
Right.
So I mean, I would, you know,
it's just, I think it's so ingrained. Wanted to. If Trump came out right now and said that we never went to the moon, half the population wouldn't even believe him, especially the Democrats.
Oh no,
especially the Democrats.
No, they would be calling to put him in a straitjacket.
Ain't gonna believe him.
True.
Right, and then it's going to be a high percentage of Republicans that will go against him. He would not have public support if he came out right now.
Right.
If he wanted to. So
exactly.
You just go along. You just go along with the lie. The lie is bigger than the presidency. The shape of the earth is bigger than the presidency. Flat Earth globe Earth is so important to the system, not no individual, to the system, that they'll never change it. Never. Because if they change it, the entire system has to change.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change way too much. Yeah.
And you know they ain't gonna want to do that.
No. No.
So, I mean, it's really crazy when you think about it. It's crazy when you think about it. So we just keep fighting and we keep pushing, and maybe one day the system will collapse, and when they rebuild the system, they'll rebuild it the right way, with it being a legitimate flat Earth. That's the way I see it.
I like it.
All
On that,
right, brother. I gotta get out of here.
yeah. I'm
Got me
hoping
all
we can.
fired up at work. People looking at me like, "Damn, you're mad." I'm not mad. God damn it. I'm just mad at YouTube.
Right, right. Just a little amped about some things because it's getting serious
Yeah,
out here.
you should. Yeah, it's all
It's getting
good though.
real out here. But yeah, man. Yeah, we can
All
go
right,
ahead and
D.
cut
Well,
this one,
thanks for
man.
having me on, man. Yeah, thanks for having me on. We got to do more of these. And next time I'll be at the computer. Next time we do a live stream, I'll make sure we can lay out all the facts as we speak. I know people are used to us putting the facts right in front of them.
Yeah,
You know, we talk about something, then we lay the facts out.
right.
So sorry about that today, guys. This is all conversation. I'm remote. He's remote, and
Basically,
he couldn't even pull up his sharing capabilities.
right.
Normally, I would do it on my computer if I was in my office. So
They let me screen share for about 5 minutes, and then we're like, nope, not this guy, not this guy, not again.
all right, D. I appreciate it, man.
Hey man, thanks for coming by. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out. Special thanks to Roderick. Let me see. That was Roderick. Appreciate you. Carrie Musgrave, thank you very much. Craig Oliver, I appreciate you. Anthony Dickinson, thank you very much, you all. You all have a great weekend. Peace to you, and we'll see you next time. Stay flat, folks.